Assalamu alaikum. I am Hina Naseer, SS English, Divisional Public School and Inter-College, Sahiwal. Dear students, our today's topic is summary writing of the poem The Solitary Reaper by William Wordsworth. Objective: by the end of the lesson, students will be able to write the summary of the given poem. This poem has been written by the poet William Wordsworth. This poem is a ballad. Ballad is a long narrative poem in the form of the song. Let's come to the first stanza. Behold her, single in the field, yon solitary highland lass. Behold her, look at her carefully, single in the field, alone in the field, yon solitary highland lass. Lass means girl. Highland is a mountainous place in Scotland. Weeping and singing by herself, cutting and singing alone. Stop here or gently pass. You may stop here or you may gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds a grain. She is cutting and binding the grains alonely and sings a melancholy strain. And she is singing a sad song. Oh, listen for the wail profound. Oh, please, the people of the valley, listen to her. The whole valley is overflowing with the sound. The whole valley is echoing with her sound. Now, what are the main points of the first stanza? The poet passes by a highland lass. The maiden is singing a song while reaping the crop. Effect of the song on the poet and the surroundings. Next stanza. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands. Nightingale is a bird. Chant means sing. More welcome notes, more welcoming songs to weary bands. Weary means tired. Bands mean group of people, of passengers in some shady haunt, in some shady place among the Arabian sands, among the deserts of Arabian. A voice so thrilling, a voice so exciting never was heard. It has never been heard. In springtime from the cuckoo bird, when there is a spring, then there is a sweet song of the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas, which is breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Hebrides is also a place in Scotland. Here the main points are a nightingale song and its effects on weary bands in a desert, a cuckoo song and its effect on people sailing near Hebrides, and the maiden song is more welcoming than the nightingale song and more thrilling than the cuckoo song. Third stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old, unhappy, fair of things. Nobody will tell me that what is she singing. Maybe she is singing some old song for some old, unhappy or some sad thing which has happened in past or some war. Or it is more humble lay, or maybe it is some other type of sad song, familiar matter of today, maybe similar to her daily life. Some natural sorrow, there's some kind of melancholy and sadness in her that has been and maybe been, that has happened to her and she is just repeating it. In the third stanza, the writer is saying that maybe the girl is singing a sad song relating to the past, or maybe she is singing a sad song relating to her own life. The poet is unable to understand what the maiden is singing. The poet thinks about the theme of the song and tells about the different possible themes. Fourth stanza. Whatever the theme the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. Whatever the theme was of her song was this. The theme of the song is not clear. Maybe the song seems to have no ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. I saw her that she is singing a beautiful song while she bends over the sickle and cutting the grains. I listened motionless. I just stood still there as I mounted up the hill. As I was climbing up the hill, the music in my heart I bore. I can feel that music in my heart long after it was heard no more. And after that, I could not heard it. Maybe the writer has gone a bit far away, so he could not hear it. What are the main points of the fourth stanza? The poet leaves the valley. He is unable to listen the song, but he feels the effect of the song on his heart. Now there are steps for writing the summary. Dear students, there are very few simple steps which you have to follow for writing a comprehensive and standardized summary. First of all, you have to write the title of the poem and then the poet's name. Then you have to write the central idea of the poem. Then you have to write main points of all stanzas in chronicle order as the stanzas are being arranged. Then you have to write the complete sentence for each point. Then you have to check the spellings and the sentence structure, that there should be no grammatical mistake. Then you have to check the coherence of the summary, that the summary is coherent and matched to each part of it. And then you have to write the summary again. Here coherence means that all parts of the summary are connected to each other. There must be some sort of connection. For this purpose, I am giving you the central idea of the poem. The Solitary Reaper is a beautiful poem by William Wordsworth, who is called the poet of the nature. In this poem, the poet describes the power and magic of a Highland girl's song. He compares it with the song of a nightingale and that of a cuckoo. He is unable to guess the theme of the song, but he feels its powerful effects on his heart. After writing the central idea, you have to write the main points of each stanza. As you may see in the first stanza, the writer is talking about the girl, the lone girl who is singing in the valley, and she is reaping and cutting the grains, and her voice is echoing in the whole valley. Then in the second stanza, you may see that the writer compares the voice of that young girl with the nightingale and then the cuckoo. And he says that the girl has the sweetest voice. Then in the third stanza, you may see that the writer is trying to guess the theme of the poem, that maybe the girl is singing about some old song, or maybe she is singing about some natural sorrow. And in the fourth stanza, the writer says whatever the theme of the poem of the song was, but that song remains in her heart forever, and it has long-term effects on him. First, I am giving you the central idea of the poem. The Solitary Reaper is a beautiful poem by William Wordsworth, who is called the poet of the nature. In this poem, the poet describes the power and magic of a Highland girl's song. He compares it with the song of a nightingale and that of a cuckoo. He is unable to guess the theme of the song, but he feels its powerful effects on his heart. This is the central idea of the poem. After writing the central idea of the poem, you have to write the main points of each stanza in a chronicle order, and then you have to check their grammar, and then you have to check the connection, and after you have to edit your whole summary again. Your homework: you have to follow the above instructions and write the summary of this given poem in your rough copies or assignment pages. I hope so, dear students, that you have understood today's lesson and you will be able to write the summary by the end of this lecture. Have a nice day. Thank you.